Alright, what's up guys? It's JT Norcross back again with another video for y'all. Before we jump into it, I'm going to tell you to go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already done that, and get ready for a good time. We're going to bring you something just a little bit different today, maybe to lift your spirits. And so I'm not going to give you a lot of introduction. We're just going to simply call this, Don't Do That. Alright? So...
Don't do that, man.
Don't do that, yeah. See what I just did there? Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't leave somebody hanging like that. You know?
You're right, right.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
I'll tell you something. Don't do this, man. Don't check your fly when you're standing in front of the entire congregation. Don't do that. Nobody wants you to see you do that.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that ain't cool. Check it before you go up there. Check it behind the pulpit or whatever your case is. Don't do that.
I feel like there's a story for that. So there was one time this guy was preaching. Was it your first church?
First church.
So young Pastor Shane in his mid-20s or whatever he was at the time. He had a nice, let's just say 70s style mustache, if you catch my drift, going on, some thick glasses. He was really rocking that look with the comb over.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, he was up preaching one day, and some people started laughing.
Not just laughing, they're shaking the whole pew. They're laughing so hard. And so, and of course, I like to move around when I'm preaching. And so I'm standing on that side, and I notice them, man, they're just rolling. And so I thought, oh my gosh, my fly is down. And so I eased back over behind the pulpit. And that's the way you say it in Texas, pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the fly check. And it was good. And then I'm thinking, oh my goodness. So I do the nose check, and everything's in order. Have no idea what's going on. And while all this is going on, I'm still trying to preach.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just rolling and rolling and rolling. So finally get through the service. It felt like the longest sermon I ever preached, because I didn't know what was going on. So I asked him, I said, it was a good friend of mine named John, and I said, John, what were y'all laughing at? And he goes, man, I'm so sorry. He said, you got to rolling through some scriptures, quoting them real fast, and my mother-in-law was trying to keep up with it in the Bible, and she couldn't keep up with it, and she just chucked her Bible across there. Man. And so the whole time that I'm thinking it was something I did, it was something that his mother-in-law did. Anyway, don't do that.
Right on.
Don't do that. If you're sitting in the pew, don't start laughing at the preacher.
Come on.
That ain't cool.
I know that's right. All right, I got one for you. So I was at a conference this year, and it was Right Now Conference. Love what those guys are doing. Really cool stuff. If you haven't been to Right Now Conference and you're a minister, I don't know what you're doing with your life. All right, you need to be a part of that. But I was standing on the sidelines. I was just off to the side, and I got to noticing how many men were carrying these purses. Come on, bro, don't do that.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the man purse? What's that about?
I don't know. When you're from rural Central Texas, you don't carry your purse, guys. It doesn't work.
I guess the thing is, okay, if you want to carry your satchel or whatever you call that thing, all right. If you want to carry that, just make sure it's not prettier than your wife's, right?
That's right. Your purse needs to be more masculine than your wife's purse.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What about that Stan thing? Gosh, I wish Stan Orton was here. Same conference a couple of years ago. You remember what was going on?
Yeah. Fellas, I know skinny jeans are in style. I don't know why they're in style. Guys, let it go. Just let it go, man.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not natural, fellas. You shouldn't wear pants that tight, that skinny.
I would just say, here's the rule. If you gotta go through a whole stick of butter to get them on, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Unless you're a rock star, then it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that.
I know that's right.
Tell you something else. Don't do. Don't fall asleep during church. That ain't cool.
That ain't cool.
Because if you've got a pastor that thinks like I do, if you fall asleep during church, you're going to get called on. For example, I got a good friend named Lee Joe. Lee Joe fell asleep during church one day, and so it happened to be an evening service, And so he had fallen asleep at this particular church. We took up an offering in the evening to go towards missions. And so we were kind of light. I was just on staff at this church, and pastor was out of town, and so I'm preaching up there that night, and so I'm looking for 2 ushers to come take up this offering, and so I called on Lejo, who had fallen asleep. Lejo jumps up, takes out of the pew, and turns to leave. He thinks the service is over. Don't fall asleep, because we will have fun with you on that.
I know that's right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Here's another thing. There's a guy, I love this man. I know you love him. He means something to you like no one else. Ronnie Dabney.
Yeah.
When you're preaching, pastors, be careful how you word things. He was preaching along one day, and he was talking about hell, and he was talking about salvation, and the way he worded this statement was something along the lines of he had every intention of scaring the hell out of those people. Now, that's not what he meant. What he meant was he wanted to scare them out of hell. Don't do that.
Yeah. Don't do that. That's really not good.
It's not
really
good.
Not good. Yeah.
So be careful how you word things.
Hey guys, you've all seen the videos. If you're gonna stand up and teach, if you're gonna stand up and preach, make sure that your mouth is going at the same speed as your brain. Because some of the best bloopers and some of the best video I've ever seen is preachers trying to say things and get their words twisted up.
Such as pitching tents?
Yes, like pitching tents. That was a good one. I heard another guy say he had a near-life experience instead of a near-death experience. I mean, it just...
I believe this guy said he had a real problem with homosexuality.
I did. And so... I've been married 27 years.
Yes, okay.
All right.
I am one of his children.
But guys, really stop and think about what you're saying. Let your brain catch up with your mouth, or your mouth catch up with your brain, or something. But yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that everybody sits around and laughs at. Yeah, you can get a lot of hits on YouTube, but it's not worth it. It really isn't. So.
Another thing is, let's keep this in mind, on maybe a more serious note, let's not be so snooty as pastors. All right? Let's not be that guy when we walk in the room that everyone is like, oh, here he comes, Mr. Bible thumping, weirdo.
Yeah, be real. Be real. If you're the guy, when you walk in the room gets darker. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. And if you're a pastor, you really shouldn't be that guy. Hey, too many people walk into church, it looks like they've been spiritually constipated for way too long, and they're sitting there with a frown on their face. Guys, we got something worth smiling about.
I know that's right.
So don't be that guy. Don't be the downer, man. I believe that God created us to love life and to love and to enjoy, and so I think we should. So don't be that guy. Don't turn the lights out on everybody.
Oh, here's another one. Youth guys. If you're 26 years old and you're still wearing shirts that you had when you were in high school, bro, don't do that. Come on, man. I don't want to see that belly roll.
No. Oh man.
You got any more?
Nah, I'm done. Don't be the guy that can't think of anything when you're sitting in front of a camera.
Hey guys, we just wanted to give y'all something different. If you've got ideas for us to throw in next time we do a Don't Do That, possibly a Don't Say That, we're going to bring another guy on for a Don't Say That episode. If you've got ideas, throw them down there in the comments section. Be sure to like the video, and we'll try to get some of those in there. Until next time, rock on. Peace out. I love you guys.